You're good. Okay, everybody looks great.
We'll stay over here.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming out. And today we are here to highlight nearly $700,000 that the town of West Hartford is receiving for pedestrian safety improvements. I'm just going to wait till that goes by. Sir, if you got to go in, please. Oh my goodness. Yes, thank you, first responders. Well said, Representative Farrar. All right, we'll try that again. Today we're here to highlight nearly $700,000 in state funding to the town of West Hartford for pedestrian safety improvements and through the Community Connectivity Program and our wonderful Department of Transportation. This project is going to upgrade, replace, or install accessible sidewalk ramps in various locations throughout West Hartford to improve accessibility for both motorists and pedestrians. In addition to these upgrades and installations, and with the support of the Community Connectivity Program, West Hartford is going to get improved sidewalk facilities along Kane Street and Oakwood Avenue to support the recent service changes that Connecticut Transit, Route 153, has made, which services Yukon Health Center. And also, there are bus stop pads and sidewalk extensions to access these new bus stop locations. Also, there's going to be a new section of sidewalk along Flag Road to eliminate a sidewalk gap and provide connectivity to Westmore Park. And I'm really proud to be here in West Hartford today to highlight some of the things they're doing to make it safer for pedestrians and motorists in West Hartford, because they've been a role model for communities across the state. Last year, the town adopted a Vision Zero initiative in support of safe and healthful and equitable mobility. And that has the goal of eliminating pedestrian fatalities and injuries on West Hartford streets by 2033. So I can't stress the importance of Vision Zero initiatives enough because unfortunately in 2024 we've seen a record number of fatalities on our roadways. As of October 1st, we've lost 245 people on our roadways, and we've already lost 48 pedestrians. And unfortunately, with 3 months left in 2024, we are on track to surpass other years in terms of fatalities. In 2019, just to give you a sense, we had 195 deaths. In 2022, we had 366, and in 2023, we had 316. So we have a lot of work to do because one death is too much, and we really want to make sure that communities across our state are modeling what West Hartford is doing. I've had the pleasure of standing with Senator Slapp and the rest of the delegation for West Hartford to announce other grants where sidewalks are extended across West Hartford so people can safely walk throughout this beautiful community. So I want to congratulate the mayor and council on their leadership because October is Pedestrian Safety Month. So we want to recognize that we all have a responsibility to keep each other safe. So that means if you're out for a walk or on your bike, stay visible, wear bright or reflective clothing, use the designated crosswalks, and be aware of your surroundings. Don't be on your cell phone, and pay attention. Same thing for drivers. Yield to pedestrians. Be mindful of bike lanes and cyclists that are on the road. Give them wide berth. Observe the speed limit and obey traffic signals, and avoid distractions while you're driving. These are simple things that all of us can do to keep each other safe. And with that, it's my pleasure to hand the mic over to our Deputy DOT Commissioner, Karen Kitsis. Karen.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Karen Kitsis. I am Deputy Commissioner at Connecticut DOT, and it is really exciting to get to be here today. I've had the privilege of going to other announcements like this with the Lieutenant Governor. Anything we can do to connect residents and community members safely to other parts of their community is really important. We are really excited about this $697,000 or almost $700,000 grant that's come through our Community Connectivity Grant Program. This will improve pedestrian safety, which is a top priority both for the department, for the Lieutenant Governor and the Governor's administration, and West Hartford as well. This, as was already stated, this funding will install sidewalks along Flag Road. One of the great things about this particular grant is that it will help pedestrians as well as other modal users, those that ride the bus, those that connect via bus to jobs or other community or civic areas. And so it will connect to the healthcare facility on Route 153. Following this program's sixth funding round this year, 138 grants totaling more than $62 million have been invested in Connecticut's towns and cities. In recent weeks, we've traveled to Greenwich, Guilford, Essex, New Haven, Portland, and Cromwell to see firsthand how this program is improving bike and ped safety and access to city and town centers and other civic areas.
Makes the senators very happy.
Yes, when they could get there too. Access to the centers and then to the senators. But what's really exciting, aside from my saying that wrong, is that none of these projects come from us in headquarters in Newington at ConnDOT. They come from the local communities where they're developed and supported by those community members, by state officials, and local advocates. I'll be quick. We are really excited about this program and the funding that's made available, and so we thank you to many state and local partners in West Hartford who advocated for this project and for the other walkable areas in this town. And we will ensure that these much needed investments are quickly and effectively deployed. Thank you.
Madam Deputy, thank you so much. So the legislative delegation in West Hartford have been champions for making sure that West Hartford is walkable, cycling friendly, and pedestrian friendly, and it's my pleasure to introduce the leader of the delegation, State Senator Derek Slack.
Thank you very much. Well, good morning, everybody, and I just want to start out by thanking the Lamont administration and our fabulous Lieutenant Governor Susan Bysiewicz for her leadership on this issue. Our Lieutenant Governor understands, I think, the magic of West Hartford, and it is our schools, our sidewalks, and our safety. That is why people come to West Hartford, and that is why people stay in West Hartford. It really is one of our core values. We want to be the safest, best town in all of New England when it comes to pedestrian safety and when it comes to being a cyclist. It's something, this is campaign season, right? We're less than a month away, and it's something out on the doors that when I'm knocking doors and meeting constituents, that I hear about all the time. And people want to know that they can, whether it's walking to the center or jogging in their neighborhood, you name it, that they're going to be safe. And people read the headlines in the newspaper or weha.com. Shout out to Weha, and they know that this is a real challenge. And investing in this takes a lot of resources, and it's something that a town, we can't do it alone. We need state support. So I was very pleased that in the budget that was just passed earlier this year, there was $1 million in it for our Vision Zero efforts to improve safety in West Hartford. So we're going to make sure that gets on the street and helps. But there's more certainly that we can do. And my colleague, who I know is going to be speaking in just a few minutes, Representative Farrar, she's on the Transportation Committee, so she's shown a lot of leadership in that area. And then Ben Winograd, he's also going to be speaking in just a minute. This is really in his wheelhouse, right? He has spent so much time on the town council really focused on this issue because it's just so important to West Hartford. I'll leave it with this. It's also personal for me and many folks. I have a 7th grader, so he's 12 years old, and we've just now allowed him to bike to the center with a friend, right, by himself. And I think many parents can probably can understand this, where there's some anxiety with the parents, right? And you're like, okay, we think it's time, it's appropriate. We tell them, make sure you look both ways and follow all the rules. But it's scary out there sometimes. And so we want to know that both the town and the state are working together to protect our young cyclists and protect our pedestrians. So, and I'm confident that this is going to do that. If you think about it, it touches every corner, every aspect of West Hartford, this $700,000. So thanks again to the Lamont administration and our Lieutenant Governor for their leadership on this issue, and look forward to doing even more next session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator. And for a moment there, Senator, I thought that you were not going to talk about West Hartford Center. Why people come to West Hartford? It's West Hartford Center, but you got there. You got there.
Yeah.
You got there.
I'm going to argue with that as an Elmwood representative.
And people love Elmwood too. Anyway, the senator mentioned the leadership role that State Representative Kate Farrar has on our Legislative Transportation Committee, and it's my pleasure to invite her up to say a couple words.
Hi, everyone. I just want to thank Lieutenant Governor for joining us today on such a beautiful day to, again, celebrate these dollars that are going to create a healthier and safer West Hartford. That's something, as Senator Slapp shared, we do hear from constituents, we hear from voters that one of the things they value and want to make sure we keep improving really is the design of our roadways, how we can make sure that they are safe for all forms of transit, be that if you're driving, if you're taking the bus, if you're walking, if you're bicycling. And I think one of the things that this really comes through with, especially with these dollars that are going to provide greater accessibility, is I have a constituent that I connected with recently, particularly who suffers from blindness. And she has an area where she lives where the sidewalks are not as accessible as they could be. And I think this transformation with our sidewalks ensures that everyone can easily get out and be able to get to the store, can walk to the bank, can actually live and thrive in our community. And as the Lieutenant Governor shared, this really is a partnership between the town and the state. As a member of the Transportation Committee and also a member of the Finance, Revenue, and Bonding Committee, we have sought to increase these dollars for the community connectivity grants, because this type of investment that we make really, again, can transform many of our neighborhoods so that more folks get out and can really live, work, and thrive right in their own backyard. And I know with the partnership with the town, we look forward to doing even more with the Department of Transportation. And that's something we take seriously as we further implement the Vision Zero plan. So thank you again to the Lieutenant Governor and Department of Transportation. And I really look forward to our continued town partnership on how we can implement Vision Zero and just make our roads and our neighborhoods more healthy and safe. Thanks, everyone.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much, Representative Farrar. Mayor Cantor is juggling multiple engagements, so speaking on behalf of municipal government in West Hartford is the Deputy Mayor, Ben Winograd.
Thank you, and I know, I certainly know Sherry wanted to be here. And I'll note to Senator Slapp's very kind words about my role on bike and pedestrian safety. It all starts with Mayor Cantor. Sherry Cantor has been a leader in this from before I was on council 10 years ago when we, through her initiative, began the Complete Streets program, which really Vision Zero is a great continuation of it. We've been working for over a decade to make our streets and sidewalks safer. And to really plan for it, because we can talk about personal responsibility, and yes, absolutely, everybody should walk safer, drive safer, but what we've learned is it really does often come down to planning. The way we engineer streets, the way we design our roads has a huge impact. When we've done on North Main Street, the road diet by narrowing lanes, we've made it safer, not only for pedestrians and bicyclists, but also for cars. We're doing the great project we're going to be starting soon on New Park Avenue. We'll have a similar impact. And look around West Hartford Center. Our building department, our planning department has done a fantastic job of working and experimenting with one-way streets, additional infrastructure. Boulevard, if you haven't been down it, take a drive down Boulevard. We have new lanes. We have an elevated crosswalk, which hopefully we'll be doing around town. It is absolutely working to slow down traffic and make our streets safer, and that is such a high priority. I will say, so of course we're very grateful to the state for all the support we provided with the help of our representatives and from the governor's office. We need the help. We have very ambitious goals for West Hartford, and we can't do it by ourselves. So. We've got the, again, the ones I mentioned. We also have the Troutbrook Trail is just being finished. In fact, it's paved. I haven't cheated yet to ride my bike down it. I'm looking forward to doing that. Hopefully we'll have a ribbon cutting there, completing a path now that goes all the way from New Park all the way practically to Bishop's Corner. It's amazing, and again, done with the help of the state, but again, a lot of our own work. So again, this partnership is working great, but it has to continue. We will continue to seek more money. I'm also chair of finance as part of my role as deputy mayor, so we will keep on with that. But that is a great help, and I appreciate all this partnership. So thank you very much.
Great, thank you, Ben. All right, so with that, we really appreciate our media partners being here, and we would be happy to take any questions. And fortunately, we have someone from the town of West Hartford who's going to talk about that, and make sure you say who you are, please.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Greg Sommer, West Hartford Town Engineer. So yeah, as part of the grant project, we went through and looked at all of our sidewalk connections, evaluated where we had deficiencies or didn't have accessible compliant ramps, and that's how we prioritized those locations and selected them as part of the grant.
And was this being done kind of with the overlay of the Vision Zero plan to make sure everything was worked for this, plus was in alignment with the Vision Zero goals?
Yeah, this grant actually got prepared a little bit in advance of Vision Zero, but it does dovetail nicely, obviously, as we're looking to make pedestrian safety improvements throughout town.
All right, anybody else? Okay, thank you all so much for coming. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thanks for your
Nice to
help.
see you. Yes.
See you
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yes. So glad
Yeah, no,
that
this is
you're
great.
going around and doing all of these.
No,
'Cause
this-
as you know, we want more money for this program.
She looks like she's had a long time.
Yeah.
No, this is my favorite kind of thing to
It
do.
is,
When you get
it
to be like,
is.
we're gonna have a sidewalk.
I
It's better for
know,
everybody.
I know.
So that's
Still want to do it?
connectivity that a sidewalk allows.
It makes it
So
real,
important.
right? It's
Yeah,
not just
yeah.
numbers, but it's
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah, it allows her. I have an 8th grader.
Okay.
So the ability for her to get to A to B.
Yeah. What town do you live in?
We're in Farmington, but really close to here.
Okay.
Off South Road.
So tell me
So,
Yeah, unless are you around Yukon Health?
yeah, off South Road.
Yeah, you might have folks visiting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, right.
It's odd that the part of Farmington that's closest to my house, because I'm over by Second Middle School, is in Love's district.
Yeah, our street does not have sidewalks yet. It's on the list, but,
Right.
for the town, but it's just, it makes such a difference.
I use them all the time. You know, there was a door I knocked just on Saturday or Sunday, whatever, but this weekend. And you were there like 2 days before. And so it was
really brave general.
All right, well, it is my pleasure to introduce Mayor Cantor, who has just arrived, and I'm very glad she's here to say a couple of words about this community connectivity project. And Mayor, just so you know, I was very clear that West Hartford really has been a community that has been prioritizing pedestrian safety and walkability. And so we're glad you were able to join us.
Thank you, and I'm sorry for the delay in getting here. So appreciate the state support and investment in our community. Again, as the Lieutenant Governor shared, the connectivity and the walkability, the safety of the most vulnerable road users, pedestrians and cyclists, is a real priority. And so this grant allows us to continue the work of making our sidewalks safe, connect trails to sidewalks, do the things that we need to do to make sure that our community remains vibrant and safe and walkable. And it does take a significant amount of investment to keep up our sidewalks, to keep them safe as well. We have over 220 miles of sidewalk in the community. And so it really, really is a big investment over time. And we are so appreciative of the state's support and help in understanding the importance of safety of the residents and visitors to West Hartford. And I appreciate you all being here. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor. We'll let you get back to all the other.
I have to meet with town manager. Was he here?
He wasn't.
There've been a couple of those here.
They had a little terrorist kind of thing.